Have you ever wondered, how do people see you when you people please? What people actually think when you constantly say yes, when you overgive, over accommodate, and put everyone else first but yourself? Because here's something that might be uncomfortable to hear. People don't experience your people pleasing the way you think they do. And in this video, I'm going to show you, not from assumptions, but from real human behavior, psychology, and relational dynamics. Hello and welcome. My name is Sandra Rives, and I'm a transformational authenticity coach and counselor. I help people understand the deeper psychology behind people-pleasing relationship patterns and identity so they can stop self-abandoning and start building authentic, emotionally safe relationships. If this is something you've struggled with, you're not alone. And if this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel grow and allows me to create more meaningful content like this. Now today, the truth that I want to talk to you about is this. People respond to behavior, not intention. Here's the first thing to understand. People don't respond to your intentions. They respond to your behavior. So even if your intention is, I'm being kind, I'm being supportive, I'm being helpful, what people see is, this person will say yes, this person won't push back, this person will prioritize me. And over time, that becomes your relational identity. This behavior doesn't escape work either. So how do colleagues experience people-pleasing? In a workplace setting, people-pleasing often looks like taking on extra tasks, not speaking up, avoiding conflict, saying yes under pressure. Now, at first, colleagues may appreciate you, but then over time, something shifts. Because behavior creates expectation. So you become the reliable one, the one who won't say no, the one who can handle more. And not always consciously, but practically, people start giving you more. Not necessarily because they're bad people, but because your behavior has shown them this is what you're available for. So let's get into relationships. Have you ever wondered how your partners experience your people-pleasing and you abandoning yourself? In romantic relationships, this becomes even more impactful. When you consistently prioritize your partner's needs, avoid expressing discomfort, and adjust yourself to maintain connection, your partner may initially feel supported, valued, and cared for. But over time, one of two things happen. Some partners begin to take more, not always intentionally, but because there is no resistance. There are no clear boundaries. There is no feedback loop. So the relationship becomes imbalanced. Healthy partners will often feel something is off. And this is important because emotionally healthy partners often feel, I don't actually know what you want, or I feel like I'm making decisions alone, or it doesn't feel equal. Because real connection requires honesty, expression, difference, not constant agreement. All right, let's get into inauthenticity in friendships. In friendships, people-pleasing can create a hidden dynamic, a one-sided emotional support imbalance. In effort, unspoken resentment may result. Friends may come to you because you're easy to talk to. You're always available. You don't challenge them. But you see, over time, you may feel drained, unseen, unreciprocated. And the other person may not even realize it because nothing in the dynamic has told them otherwise. All right, let's explore people-pleasing in family. And the strangest thing is, this is often where it all began. You see, in family systems, people-pleasing often develops as a way to keep peace, avoid conflict, and to maintain connection and love. And those roles tend to continue into adulthood. You may still be the good one, the easy one, the helper. And family members often continue relating to you in that way because it has always worked. Now, finally, let's talk about your relationship with your own self. One of the deeper layers of people-pleasing is this. It's not just behavior, it's performance. When you constantly adjust yourself to meet other people's expectations, you're not relating from who you are. You're relating from who you think you need to be. And over time, this creates a quiet but powerful disconnection because your inner world starts to feel unseen, unheard, and unexpressed. You might look like you're functioning well on the outside, but internally something doesn't feel aligned. This is what inauthenticity does. It splits your relationship with yourself. There's a version of you that performs and the version of you that feels. And when those two are not integrated, you begin to experience confusion about what you actually want. You have difficulty making decisions, and you're almost always emotionally exhausted. And you have a subtle loss of identity because you're constantly referencing others instead of referencing yourself. And here's the part many people don't realize. The more you perform, the less you feel known, even when people are around you, even when they like you, because they're not connecting with you. They're connecting with a version of you that adapts. And this is why people don't always experience your people-pleasing as connection, because connection requires authentic presence. So now let's get into why people take advantage. This is important. Most people don't wake up thinking, I'm going to take advantage of someone today, but they do respond to patterns. If there is no boundary, no pushback, no consequence, the behavior continues. Not because people are always malicious, but because humans adapt to what is allowed. So on that note, have you ever wondered what people who love you actually feel? This is the part many people pleasers don't realize. The people who truly care about you often don't want you to overgive. They want to know your real thoughts. They want to understand your needs. They want to feel a mutual relationship. They may think, I wish you could just tell me. I don't want you to do everything. I just want to meet you, not just receive from you. Because you see, love isn't built on self-sacrifice. It's built on authentic connection. Even when people realize all this information and are made aware, the question remains of why this pattern continues. People-pleasing continues because it's not just behavior, it's identity. Nervous system safety. At some point, your system learned, if I stay agreeable, I stay connected. So changing this can feel like risking the relationship, even when the relationship isn't balanced. Okay, so how do we make a shift and how do we start to change or rewire patterns? The shift doesn't start with becoming completely different overnight. It starts with something small, a pause. Before you say yes, take a moment where you ask yourself, what do I actually want here? And even if you don't act on it yet, you have begun building awareness with self-connection, not self-judgment. You need to understand that people don't take advantage of you because you are weak. They respond to what has been made available, and that can change. You are allowed to be kind without abandoning yourself. You are allowed to care without overgiving. And you are allowed to be in relationships where you are known, you are heard, and you are equally valued. If this resonated with you and you are suffering in silence because you can't seem to change, why not consider working with me and let me help you get back to your authenticity? If not, I'd love to hear from you anyway. Please feel free to comment and let me know your thoughts. For example, have you ever felt taken advantage of because of people pleasing? I will read all comments and respond. Thank you for taking the time to listen.